coming to you from my kitchen. I am not feeling well, and I'm at the very beginning of getting a cold. So, what I like to do when I feel like I am headed towards something where I'm not going to want to do anything is I like to plan ahead. And I actually will be teaching a class within a really wonderful burgeoning community called the Abundant Moms Collective, and it's about intuitive cooking. And this is part of it, where you know that later you, future you, is not going to want to do anything, but present time you is like, okay, yeah, I have enough energy to muster to do this. So what am I doing? I am making, sorry, my crock pot has been through some stuff. It's seen some stuff. I am making a chicken soup in the crock pot, and I'm making a lot of it, and it's going to be very hearty. And I tend to make, as you'll see some of my cooking videos, that I like to have everything very hearty and not soupy necessarily, more stewy. This is the soup that eats like a meal. I used to really like that nasty Campbell's chunky soup when I was a kid, so now I recreate it in a healthy form. So what we've got are some chicken breasts here. This is, oh boy, I don't know what we got here. Almost 3 pounds of chicken breast. That's a lot. And you can take these, and this is again, I don't feel well. I am not going through any trouble here. We're just throwing a bunch of stuff in the crock pot and calling it good. Those are raw. They are going right in the crock pot. They're going to go with 2 cups of water with the 3 scoops of the beef gelatin because, you know, that adds a nice oomph to it. It's good for your joints and stuff. And there's going to be a little bit of crushed red pepper in there for some zing. That is wonderful also for aches and pains. We've got the onion powder, and I am doing a red onion and a little bit of ginger I will be grating. We're going to do garlic and onion, but also garlic and onion powder because it adds another dimension. There are herbs, rosemary, thyme, and oregano. These are delicious, but also medicinal, and that's why they're all going in. I will also be doing the mirepoix, which is, again, fancy word for carrots, celery, and onion, or the Trinity, as we call it in Italian culture. And I'm going to put all this together. Right now, I have everything out, and I'm getting everything ready ahead of time, and the French like to call this the mise en place, which is everything in its place. And you can learn a lot from French cooking. I've learned just a very, very tiny bit, and whatever I have learned has helped me a lot, just at least in the process. Okay, again, so mise en place. So we've got about half a large red onion chopped finely, one stalk of celery heart chopped, and half a pound of baby carrots. I don't usually choose them. I like the bigger ones, but they were the ones that were on sale at Aldi, so there you go. The chicken breasts are in the crock pot first at the bottom. That's the hottest part of the crock pot, especially if you're dealing with raw and partially frozen, in this case, chicken breasts. Yes, you can do that. So what I'm going to do is dump everything in, all my vegetables. I'm going to dump in, what are we at here? What is this? 2 pounds, 4 cups. 4 cups of organic chicken broth over the whole thing. Actually, I'm going to wait a second with that. I'm going to dump in next the 2 cups of water with 3 scoops of my beef gelatin powder. Oh my goodness, look at that. Yeah, see? Looks like applesauce. It's gelatin, folks. All right, so here's where the intuitive part comes in. The other part is it's always best to undersalt rather than oversalt. You can always add more salt, but I kind of have a general idea of what I like to add initially. Looks like a lot. Can't tell you exactly how much it is. Probably about a tablespoon, all right? Garlic powder. Again, we're looking at, probably about a teaspoon in that case. The rosemary. I always take the top off the rosemary because there's just no way I can get what I want out of there. We're working with tablespoons here. Same with the onion powder. Thyme. And this is the thing. Eventually, oregano, you'll feel oregano, not too much on that. About half as much. And the black pepper, not an awful lot of that either. Probably, half a teaspoon. You don't have to overdo it. And this, we're talking like a quarter teaspoon of red pepper flakes because they pack a punch. A little bit goes a long way, especially if you're cooking this all day, which we're going to be doing. It'll go into the broth and permeate throughout everything. Now, I'm adding in my chopped garlic. Again, we're talking probably 2 tablespoons. You kind of almost can't overdo it with garlic. Sounds crazy, but it's true. And as usual, my quote-unquote secret ingredient, medium salsa. I'm only going to do a couple of tablespoons because I don't really want it to impart a flavor. I just want to add a nice tomatoey base and a little zing from the peppers. Now to get the rest of that wonderful gelatin goodness out of the cup here, I'm just going to dump the rest of my chicken broth in there just to rinse the cup out. Those are little things, the little things that you can do just to save every last bit of everything. Because what would my Nonna do? Not waste anything. We're talking Depression era. Literally came over in steerage in the bottom of not the Titanic, but a boat that was not nearly as nice when she was 15 years old. So, yeah, that does something to you. All right. We will be back in a little while. I'm going to let this go for several hours. So here we are. It's about 6 hours later. And the chicken breasts are cooked and they're in there. And what I'm going to do now is take them out and shred them up, throw them back in, and add some of this chickpea pasta. I'm not sure how much I'm going to need. I might use that whole package or that half package. Okay, so that's how much chicken there is. And so it's very hearty. There's not a lot of broth left. But I got in the habit of soaking up the broth with pasta because my son was picky. So I'm throwing in half a package of this. So that's only 6 ounces. It's chickpea pasta. It has extra protein. It's gluten-free. And I'm going to stir that in. And let it sit probably about 15 minutes or so, and I'm gonna have a bowl. And we're done. And it's delicious. And I'm gonna go sit down and relax, and I got enough now to last me so that I can just be sick and take care of myself. If you're enjoying these videos and you're looking for some specific guidance regarding your health, a specific issue you might be dealing with, or how you'd like to incorporate some more healthy ways into your lifestyle, check out my link in bio and make an appointment with me. I look forward to seeing you.